Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Natasha. Scream was a genre-defining horror movie that came out in the late 90s. It revitalized the slasher genre to new heights, sparking 3 more sequels, a OK TV series, and recently announced new Scream film. Each of the first 4 original Scream movies had plenty of killers with very crazy reasons to want the main protagonist Sidney Prescott dead, played by Beta Scream Queen Neve Campbell. And I will be ranking them. I'll be basing my list on 3 criteria so I can make it mostly fair. Number 1, motive. How good the motive is, even though all these bastards are insane as fuck. 2, shock factor. How shocked I was when he or she revealed themselves. And lastly, the escape route. Their plan to escape and how close they could have gotten away with it. Who will be my personal favorite Ghostface? Let's begin. Kicking off the list at number 7, Charlie Walker. Scream 4 had its share of problems, but making Charlie a killer was one of the biggest upsets for me. Charlie is the worst Ghostface killer. His motive was so weak. You mean to tell me you went along with this so you could basically get the girl?
This time Randy gets the girl.
You definitely went along with this so you can get the girl. Seeking fame was one thing, but what? When it was revealed that he was one of the killers, I wasn't shocked at all because I was too busy being worried about Kirby. Like, what the f***? Kevin? She was the best new character. I was so looking forward to the new trilogy they had planned. She was supposed to survive, but MTV just had to go make a goddamn reboot about the damn series with that god-awful knockoff Ghostface. And yeah, I know they fixed it around season 3, but still, the original one was just awful. And also, unfortunately, director Wes Craven had passed away, so all plans had been canceled. Rest in peace, Wes. The horror genre isn't the same without you. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, Charlie. All I could think about when he revealed himself to be a killer was this guy. Kevin, you can't be serious. You are? Okay. Even Mickey's reveal was more a shocker at first than this guy, and he obviously didn't stand a chance in surviving because he got betrayed because he was so gullible. Moving right along, coming in at number 6. Mickey, Alteri or Altery or one of those. Okay, so I know what you're probably thinking. Stop watching this video right now and forget about potentially subscribing. Because yeah, I do know that Mickey is a fan favorite amongst Scream fans. But I have my reasons why he's so low, you guys. He's definitely up there as most entertaining killer. I mean, you guys saw how he mindfucked the hell out of Sidney before he killed Derek.
Boyfriend killer, boyfriend killer.
Oh, Mickey. You shady bastard. As short as his on-screen reveal was, I was very entertained. Nice job, Timothy Oliphant. He really makes a great villain. But that's not what I'm basing my list off. I don't consider him a worse Ghostface either. His motive was just straight trash. Get caught and blame movies.
I said, don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
Yeah, he just wanted fame. And you people are already psychopaths. You can't too much blame the media for why you're unstable. Now, the media will be eating out the palm of Mickey's hands since they're so hell-bent on blaming media for psychopaths. And that's why he's so low. Us regular folks know that it's not the media's fault. Besides, Mickey was just batshit crazy and my boy didn't stand a chance in getting away with it because Mrs. Loomis betrayed him. And she even agrees that he's insane as f***.
Poor boy was completely out of his mind.
As for the shock factor, I was kinda shocked about him being the killer because I wasn't expecting him, but at the same time I didn't care. Then you watch the movie a couple times and realize that he hasn't been in the movie for 45 minutes while everyone else that's been in the movie just getting killed. So right there is a bit of a downer for the reveal because once you caught on to that, you're like, oh, it's Mickey. I completely fucking forgot about you. The guy we just seen dancing in the cafeteria to a very cheesy and very cringy I Think I Love You was the killer. But like I said, I do think Mickey is a pretty cool Ghostface. But he's just not up there as best killer for me.
Let me ask you to your
You charismatic bastard. Kicking off the top 5, Mrs. Loomis. Now, Mrs. Loomis isn't in the same picture as worse as well. As a matter of fact, anybody after Charlie are pretty decent killers. Plus, I had a real hard time deciding who was the better killer in Scream 2, since I'm sure Mickey did most of the work and was a lot more entertaining, but not as smart as Mrs. Loomis. I'm pretty neutral with her as a killer. She had a decent reason to doing this insane shit, because she wanted classic Pamela Voorhees revenge. But at the same time, I'm like, lady, your son was a fucking psychopath. Killing people. Did you not want to accept that? No? Oh, okay, you're still looking like that. Nope, she didn't. Nope, not at all. Well, you see, the apple didn't fall too far from the tree. When it was revealed that she was one of the killers, I don't know, man, I just didn't care. Like, at all. I feel like it had something to do with the writing. Yeah, it's like a shocker that it's Billy's mom. But at the same time, you mean to tell me no one knew what Billy's mom looked like? Not even Dewey's useless ass or Gail, who claims she's seen pictures of her?
I've seen pictures of you.
I mean, you couldn't tell if someone's lost weight. And then Sydney almost instantly recognizes her. What? What the fuck sense does that make? This is how you know the script has some plot holes, because writer Kevin Williamson has to do a bunch of rewrites for Scream 2 since it had been leaked. The leak did fuck up the whole damn script. It's like a script out there saying it was supposed to be Mrs. Loomis, Derek, and Holly as the killers. But because of the leak, they chose to give us Mickey instead. So, whatever. I just feel it would have been a better reveal if it was written better or if they took their time with it. Anyways, as far as getting away with it, a problem I'd like to point out is even if she killed Sydney, wouldn't it still go through an investigation? She said they wouldn't track down the second killer, but yeah, they kinda would because of the investigation. I mean, wouldn't they have to interrogate people in the area, including reporters? That would put you at the scene of the crimes. And once they figure out the missing reporter, boom, there's your second suspect. Also, there's Gail, who later survived her gunshot wound. That would have been a big loose end of hers to get rid of. What if Gail waited until she had left to show she was alive? So she would have been fucked. Also, she'd have to kill Cotton as well, since he found out too. I know she'd promised him fame or something like that, but she did that with Mickey and look how that turned out. Also, if it wasn't for Cotton showing up, she may have gotten away with it for now. If she could have got the jump on Sydney, and that's a big if, because we all know Sydney be fucking up people.
Please.
And my number 4 pick, Jill Roberts. Jill Roberts is my favorite female killer in the franchise. Like I said previously, if they would have just written Mrs. Loomis reveal better, maybe she would have been higher than Jill. But they didn't, so oh well. But Jill is a fucking nutcase. Even though that's kind of the point of all the killers in these movies. Her motive was very stupid, not gonna lie there. Mrs. Loomis had the better motive, but I feel like what saves Jill is her escape route and the shock factor. And that's what saves Jill for me. That's what makes her the better killer for me. I feel Jill was just a lot more smarter with her plan. But yeah, her motive was very stupid. She just wanted fame. And I also thought she was a bit jealous of Sydney too when she was explaining herself. But like I said, the shock factor and closeness of getting away with it was high. Jill was a savage killer, you guys. Whether you don't like her or not, she was. Killing your friends was one thing, but killed her own damn mother for fame. That's kind of fucking fucked up. Roman didn't even have the balls to do that. He hated his mother. When it turned out to be Jill, I was absolutely shocked. This just blew my goddamn mind. I thought they would make it obvious by making it Trevor as Charlie's accomplice, since he wasn't around for pretty much the entire movie, and because of the whole remake thing. And I'm glad they didn't go with that, because it would have made it too fucking obvious. My only problem with Jill is that she could have been home free if she just shut the fuck up. Because honestly, she talked too damn much, and it motherfucking cost her. Also, made sure Sydney was dead. Now, I know she double tapped, but she was just too young to know that her cousin was a motherfucking beast. It was gonna take a lot more than that to keep Sydney ass down. Poor baby. Number 3, Billy Loomis. This Johnny Depp looking motherfucker will go down in Scream franchise history as one of the best Ghostface killers. But he's just not my number 1, guys. Sorry, folks. Now, his motive was one of the better motives out of the franchise. He wanted revenge on Marine for breaking up his family. But hey, you got your revenge, you oily-headed bastard. What gives? Oh, you're just fucking crazy? Okay. But dude, your mom possibly could have came back. She just needed space from your cheating ass father, who this series completely forgets about after the first film. It just shows that Billy was in a very vulnerable and angry place, and Roman's influences did not help this situation. I mean, the dude committed murder because a stranger told him to, and he just agreed. I mean, what? Like, You're not even gonna go into consideration about this? Okay, Billy. Now, the shock factor was weak, at least for Billy, because parts of me knew he was a part of the killings. I mean, look at the movie and just pay really close attention to Billy. He just screams, I did it, I did it, I did it, I did it. It's not subtle at all. Even if you didn't think he did it, you at least thought he had something to do with it. Now, as for him getting away with it, I'll explain a bit more in my next ranking, because I feel they both had the potential, but I guess they just got cocky or whatever. I don't know, they both was just fucking stupid. And my number 2 is Stu. That's right, Stu's my number 2. I put Stu above Billy because, like Billy said, it's a lot scarier when there is no motive. And that's why I put him above Billy. Sure, Billy was the mastermind behind the original killings, but Stu in so many ways scared me way more than Billy did. He only did this for the hell of it, because Billy just told him to. Even when we all found out that he was the second killer, he still looked at everything as a joke, tricking Sydney for that split second, and then reaches down, grabs the false changer, and boom, Billy has an accomplice, and it's Stu. The shock factor was way up there with Stu for me. At first, I couldn't believe that it was 2 killers, because at the time, we were all so used to it just being 1 killer. But I also just couldn't believe Stu was in on it, because it's Stu, the guy who thought dead girl liver jokes were funny, even if they were.
Never alone. Ow, liver. It was a joke.
I mean, there was literally no signs or indications that I've seen from Stu where it made me think, oh, he's killing people. Stu was just your average dumb teenager, and that's why I'm just freaking terrified of Stu. Now, as for getting away with it, I will put both him and Billy in the same boat here. You guys literally got away with murder the year before. Why do you dumb now? For plot purposes? Okay, gotcha. It started with Stu putting the gun down on the counter. He should have gave it to Billy instead of sitting it down for anybody to get it. Stabbing each other before killing Sydney and her dad. Taking their eyes off the hostages they had. And the biggest one that all movie villains face, telling her why when they could have just killed her. I know taunting is something that Ghostface loves to do before they kill, but that's how they meet their demises literally in all Scream movies. Hell, in any movie. You think a movie that's so meta and aware that you think they know about that. Also, Matthew Lillard did amazing as Stu. I mean...
Booga! You die. It's a Scream, baby. Get up! Yeah! My turn. So we're gonna carry on and plan the sequel, because let's face it, baby, these days, you gotta have a sequel. I think I'm dying here, man. Fucking hit me with the phone, Dick! I'm feeling woozy here.
And my number 1 pick goes to, if you haven't been following the list, Roman. Sure, the original Scream will always be the best, and I know a lot of people hated Scream 3. Which is more than understandable. But Roman was the best and smartest killer, you guys. His motive is what started these chain of events, and his motive was above all motives. Roman searched for a mother, too. Tried to find her his whole life. And because Maureen rejected him, it just made him go fucking crazy. Though Maureen had her reasons, being gang raped and all, that didn't stop him though. And to be honest, I get his frustrations. Not enough to go commit murder, but I get him. He was also jealous of his sister, jealous that his sister got to have his mother, and he just snap enough to set up the events of the first Scream. I'm not gonna lie though, the shock factor was... I mean, like, who the hell is this guy? Because like Mickey, I had completely forgot about his character. But unlike Mickey, once he started explaining himself and why he was doing this shit, it blew my fucking mind. And his monologue will forever be fucking amazing. I quote it all the time when I watch the movie. Then you have the Sydney versus Roman showdown, which is something I did not know I needed in this franchise. It's easily the best showdown in the franchise. It was damn near a wrestling match with almost cheer shots and all. Now him getting away with it was the second best attempt, with my first being Jill. He almost could have got the job done if it wasn't for Sydney outsmarting him. I remember watching Scream 3 for the first time and thinking he actually killed Sydney, but Sydney was like, nope. And also, gotcha bitch. Fun fact, Nev Campbell actually stabbed Scott Foley here. That's him actually screaming. He didn't need an accomplice. He is the sole reason why we have this franchise. Sure, he'd have some loose ends to do, like killing Dewey, Gale, and Detective Kincaid, but I feel like he would have got the job done since Kincaid was half dead already. Gale would have definitely got her shit wrecked. And Dewey, well, it's just Dewey. He's always asking for it. And there you have it. My Ghostface killers ranked from worst to best. If you feel any different about this list, please let me know in the comments. Who are your fave and least fave killers and why? Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys. Be great.